Welcome back to the channel. My name is Alejandro Mendoza, or the Nerd Chicano. Either way how you say it, it's all good here. And today we're back for another video today as we're continuing on with our Between the Frames series as we look at the Criterion Collection's World of Wong Kar-wai box set. Right here. This thing right here. And today we are going to be looking at his 1995 film Fallen Angels. And I've been saying it's an 8-disc set, and I'm really sorry, y'all. I really should have corrected myself there. I've been saying it wrong these past couple of videos. It's actually a 7-disc set, not 8 discs. Even though there are 8 films here, there are 7 features and 1 short film. But it's 7 discs, not 8 discs. But yeah, today we're going to be talking about Fallen Angels, and yeah, continuing on with our journey through this set. It's been a wonderful time here, and I really enjoy talking about Chungking Express on the last video, and I'm really excited to get to this other film, which is possibly one of the bigger controversial ones of the changes made to these films, if that's how you want to say it. But yeah, this film today is one of his well-known films as well, but it is also one of his most stylized. And without further ado, let's go ahead and read the Criterion Collection's website entry about this film. Alright, so let's go ahead and read this entry here from Criterion.com. Fallen Angels 1995. Lost souls reach out for human connection amid a glimmering Hong Kong in Wong Kar-wai's hallucinatory, neon-soaked nocturne. Originally conceived as a segment of Chungking Express, only to spin off its own woozy axis, Fallen Angels plays like the dark, moody flip side of its predecessor as it charts the subtly interlacing fates of a handful of urban loners, including a coddly detached hitman played by Leon Lai-ming, looking to go straight, his business partner Michelle Reyes, who secretly yearns for him, and a male delinquent Takeshi Kaneshiro who wreaks mischief by night. Swinging between hard-boiled noir and slapstick lunacy with giddy abandon, the film is both a dizzying, dazzling city symphony and a poignant meditation on love, loss, and longing in a metropolis that never sleeps. That's of course Fallen Angels, and of course written and directed by Wong Kar-wai, and stars Leon Lai, Michelle Reyes, Takeshi Kaneshiro, Charlie Young, and Karen Mok. Cinematography is done of course by Christopher Doyle, Mark Lee Pingbin, and Joe Chan. Music is by Roel A. Garcia and Frankie Chan. Film sits at about an hour and 36 minutes, and of course it has a bunch of other different languages spoken, like Cantonese, Mandarin, Taiwanese, Japanese, English throughout the film. But that is Fallen Angels from Wong Kar-wai. It is the first, it's like, I think we have Fallen Angels, we have In the Mood for Love and Joy. It is the 4th disc in the World of Wong Kar-wai box set. So, let's get into the film. What do I think about Fallen Angels? This movie is one of my favorites from Wong Kar-wai, another one of his masterpieces to me. Part of me watching this now, this is my 4th time watching this film. I watched this the first time was the old restored version, and then the second time I watched this version. Third time I watched it for an episode of the Cinema Condition for season 2, and I watched it on this restored version. But now today I'm watched it on my 4K player with the upscaling on that Samsung 4K UHD TV with HDR. And I want to say that I love this film. I think that this film is one of Wong Kar-wai's best movies. I think that this film is everything that Wong Kar-wai kind of wants to do in As Tears Go By, but he really hasn't created his style yet to make that a possibility in the film. But I love the storyline of these 2 other storylines again, of 2 people who are yearning for love, but this time it isn't 2 cops. it's a hitman. It's not a hitman. It's the mob boss who's the woman who puts a hit on a hitman that she yearns for, and then on the other one it is Takeshi Kaneshiro's character who not just yearns for love from a woman, but yearns for love from his father. And I think that this film does such a great job at conceiving the storyline and really making them both intertwine together perfectly to create this beautiful, beautiful film. Not just stylized beautifully, but also just crafted by its beautiful, rich storytelling. Its music, like a bunch of great music used here. Like you have old Cantonese music from like the 60s and the 70s. You have some American music is in there as well, and you have just this bubbling soundtrack that really kind of creates the atmosphere of this cool crime drama. But it's a movie that is definitely a tad bit different from his other two films before this. Very different from Days of Being Wild and Chungking Express, but it's still a very, very, very big accomplishment for Wong Kar-wai, because it once again just pushes his style even more. And I think that this is where he's like fully understanding of it in Chungking Express and in this one, and he knows exactly the look that he's going for, but he also knows what his story beats are and how that he's able to progress the story while able to create a fluid narrative within the film. And yeah, I gotta say, this movie just never gets old to me. There's moments that still get to me, like when the father passes away and Takeshi Kaneshiro is kind of narrating all of that. That still gets me even after 4 watches. And you know, just a lot of the beautiful cinematography when, you know, the kills are happening and our hitman is like going straight into the action. It's just, this movie is sexy, beautiful, badass, and just everything about it just screams Wong Kar-wai in it. And yeah, there's not much more I can really say about this film, because I've watched this movie like 4 times now, and every time I just get out with more of an appreciation of what Wong Kar-wai is doing here in his way of truly trying to reinvent the crime drama genre and trying to give us more of a romance mixed with crime instead of a straight up crime thriller. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Fallen Angels. Now, let's talk about the restoration. This is a 4K digital restoration presented on a Blu-ray disc. It is not on a 4K disc, it's the Blu-ray disc. As the other ones, all of the discs on this set are Blu-ray. And this is a tad bit different if you had watched Fallen Angels before. This is the first time that Fallen Angels has hit the Criterion collection, and it is the first time that is being put on Blu-ray in the United States. This movie is being presented now in a different aspect ratio. I don't have it on me, even though I probably should have taken those notes. But it's giving it more of a cinematic look now. And there is a little bit of there is a tad difference in the color grading in this film compared to its old restoration that we saw. And I am kind of conflicted where I stand with the film. I think that the new color grading and the new aspect ratio works for the storyline for Takeshi Kaneshiro's character more than it works for, the Hitman storyline more than it works for Takeshi Kaneshiro's character storyline. I think that when it finally gets to the point where both of those storylines mix together at the end, it works well. But when we're in that realm where we're kind of going through Takeshi Kaneshiro's story and his storyline, the restoration doesn't really work that well for me. The film doesn't, during that time, doesn't need to have that aspect ratio and doesn't need to have that different color grading. But it still works for it, but it doesn't work as well as that old restoration does. Now, of course, the colors are popping. They look beautiful on the screen. They look wonderful. I mean, they did a great job of being able to bring out the reds and the yellows and the greens out of the area of Hong Kong and being able to get that neon-filled atmosphere that he always loves to do. But it works more for me in the Hitman storyline than it does for our second storyline here. Now, the audio, of course, pretty much, I think I'm not going to have much trouble with the audio post as years go by and Days of Being Wild, because the audio is fantastic here. I mean, it sounds great. The soundtrack and music sounds fantastic. The dialogue sounds great. Our sound effects of the water and the rain when it's raining just sounds magnificent. There really isn't anything bad about the audio restoration here. Only thing different from that is just really like, you know, the visual aspect. Now, of course, on the next video, when we talk about Happy Together, there is some missing voiceover that was lost to a fire. But here in this film, in Fallen Angels, I think it sounds fantastic. There is nothing bad about the audio restoration here. I think that they did a wonderful job. But yeah, those are my thoughts on this new restoration of Fallen Angels. And of course, if you want to stay connected with me, you can go ahead and chat with me on social media by going to Twitter at The Nerdy Chicano and on Instagram at The Nerdy Chicano. Check out my letterbox and my serialized at The Nerdy Chicano. And I am also on twitch.tv/The Nerdy Chicano. Check out all the stuff that I do on the Nerdcore by going to thenerdcore.com and on youtube.com/nerdcore and on twitch.tv/thenerdcore. Or you can check out the description because everything is literally right there. I've done a pretty okay job of putting everything in there. And we're so close to 100 subscribers, y'all. At the time as I'm recording this, we are currently at 83. We need 17 subscribers more. Remember, y'all, at 17 more subscribers at 100, I do a commentary of War and Peace, all 7 hours of it, all 7 hours. And I'm excited because I've always wanted to watch that film, and I'm glad to be able to do a full 7-hour commentary for you all. That's going to be interesting to upload to YouTube, but we will try our best. But of course, go ahead and subscribe, leave a like on this video, and make sure you turn on the notification bell so that way you can get notified whenever we get some new content here on the channel. Thank you all so much for tuning into the video, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you guys let me know what you think about this World of Wong Kar-wai series. What do you think about the World of Wong Kar-wai box set from Criterion? Let me know in the comments. Go ahead and put your comments below. But in the meantime, I'll check you out on the next one when we talk about Happy Together from 1997. And of course, my renowned cinephiles and scholars, make sure you celebrate the love of cinema today, tomorrow, and every day after. See you guys in the next one.